Hi, this is Shupriyo. So today we are going to talk about something a little different, this topic. So what happened is usually I get lots of emails. So many people send me different kinds of questions from all kinds of things. And some of these questions, they are quite strange. So people, they will be joining one job and they will be asking me about another job that they are trying to get, that whether they should get that job or not. So for example, there's a guy who got selected in RRBPO. So he wanted to ask me whether it's a good idea to prepare for some state PCS examinations. And then there are people who got selected in different kinds of clerical exams. They want to go for PO exams. So these kinds of things happen. So why do these types of questions arise? I was trying to think about it. And what came to my mind is that most people, they're not really sure why they're actually pursuing these examinations, why it is that they are actually working hard. Why is not clear for most people. So that is what I want to focus on today, and I want to actually give you 5 tips that will help you to understand your why, and then you don't need to ask me about what kind of exam you should go for and what kind of job you should pursue. So let's start with the first thing. What is the price of your lifestyle? Now, this is a very important question. I don't think that most people think about it. So whenever you are thinking about any job, think first about what you want to achieve 5 years, 10 years down the line. And I'm talking about mostly the material things over here. So do you want to own a house? Do you actually want to own a car? Maybe you want some kind of other perks, like you want to go abroad, maybe on a foreign trip and something like this. So all these kinds of material things that you want to actually achieve, you have to put a price tag towards it. So where do you actually want to buy your house? Do you want to buy somewhere where you can get a good house for maybe 50-60 lakhs? Or do you want to go into some good community and then you want to shell out some 1 or 1.5 or 2 crores to get your house? So you have to actually think about these things, and you have to then factor in the price. So what happens is whenever you are working in a bank, so you are going to get some subsidized loans, right? So you are going to if you go for your first house purchase, you are usually going to get your housing loan in a simple interest, and you are going to get a very reduced rate, and that will actually help you to get these kinds of things much faster. And you can also get a loan for your car, etc., etc. So all these kinds of things, try to factor in an exact price tag. So it will actually help you to understand what should be your annual income. Because if you do not have an idea about what are the kinds of things on which you are going to actually, spend your money, then what's the point? What's the point of asking a question that what kind of job should I actually go for? Because you need to first understand your expenses. So try and find out the exact cost of your lifestyle, and then you can make a better decision. Now, once you have actually priced your lifestyle, the second thing you have to do is you have to understand what are your non-negotiables. Now, these are things with which you will never compromise no matter what happens. And don't worry, you don't have to make a list of maybe 20 things. No, you have to make a list of maybe 4 or 5 things maximum. That these 5 things you have to have no matter what kind of job you're going for. So for example, it might be very important for you to stay at your present city. Now, if you have to stay in your present city, does it make sense to go ahead for an SBI PO job? No, because it's a transferable job, right? It's an all India job. Many people, they actually apply for these all India jobs, but actually they want to stay in their own city. They want to stay in their own state. So it doesn't really make sense, right? So you have to understand those kinds of things. In fact, I get lots of questions. So there will be people asking me that how can I get this job and I can remain in my own city? Now, there are some possibilities where those things can be entertained, maybe for married women, etc. So these kinds of situations are there. For disabled quota and other kinds of things are there. But for the most kind of people, if you are going for an all India job, you have to be ready to be transferred anywhere. And even a prestigious job like, for example, the RBI Grade B. Now, I have people asking me, so there was a girl who was asking me that I belong to Patna. So is it possible that I'll always be in Patna if I get this job? Now, come on, I cannot tell you that, right? Of course, you are in your career going to get Patna, but you might also be transferred to some other centers. So you have to understand what are your non non-negotiables? When do you have to go back home? Now that is also something that is a non-negotiable. So if you are a married lady, maybe you cannot spend in your office after maybe 7:30 or 8. So you have to be very, very stern about these kinds of things. Now you can actually negotiate a little bit once you get into the job, but for the most part you have to understand that if you are becoming a banker, say you are becoming a bank officer, then you have to stay late hours, right? So if these kinds of things are non-negotiable, then it's going to be a problem for you, right? So maybe for you, very, very important is that you have to go up in your ladder. Now, if this is something that is very important for you, then does it make sense to go for an RRB job? No, because in the RRB job, you're going to be stuck essentially in your career. So you have to understand what are your non-negotiables, make a list of 4 or 5 non-negotiables, and only then select your actual job. Now, a very related question to the question of why is the question of who. Who are you actually doing this for? It's very important that you understand what kind of thing, the answer to this question, because if you are not really clear about who you are doing it for, then you are going to really, really struggle. So for example, there will be many people who are just going to tell me that I'm doing this for my family, I'm doing this for my mother, my father always dreamt of me as a bank officer, and that is why I'm trying to get this job. But understand, is it actually going to make sense if it is not your dream, if it is the dream of your parents? So many people, they are always following in the footsteps of whatever their father or their mother are going to tell them. But if you do this, then you are not going to be satisfied, because once you get in that job, you have to actually work, right? They are not going to work on your behalf. So you have to actually be there. You have to actually get those things, get those targets done. So how are you going to actually achieve your targets if you are not really sure about where you stand in that regard? So there are some strange people, there are people who, email me. So there was this guy, he said that I am actually going to get this bank job because my girlfriend told that if you don't have this bank job, then my father is not going to allow me to marry you. So, so this guy, he was like, I have to get this job so that I can get married to the girl of my dreams. Now, come on. Do you really think that's a sensible thing to do? Because this is not your dream, right? Now, what if she leaves? She can leave. She might find somebody else. Then what's going to happen to you? Your dream, it was actually tied to that other person, right? So if that person is not there, then your dream doesn't belong to you. So find out something, some reason for which you are internally motivated, not externally motivated. Find out what you want to actually do, where you want to actually pursue your career, what kind of fields are you interested in? Are you even interested in banking and finance? Then why are you actually going into a bank job? So understand these things. Always remember who you are doing it for. And I would suggest always do it for yourself first, and only then care about the world. Now, the fourth important thing to remember is whether this suffering is actually worth it. Now, many people, they ask me, what's the best job? What's the best job that I can go for? Now, there's no real answer to this, because whatever job you are doing, there will be some kind of sacrifice that you have to do. And let me tell you, there are people who are not even happy in a job as prestigious as the RBI Grade B. Now, some RBI Grade B officers, they have actually asked me, should I again go for my UPSC preparation? And even in the UPSC, as far as I know, there are people who are not really happy. So you have to understand this thing, that you are not really going to be, blissfully happy, and you are just not going to be like childlike, that you are giddy with joy. That's not going to happen in any job. That's really not going to happen as an adult. You have to understand there are only few things in this world that can give you that kind of happiness. So your job, usually it's not going to give you that kind of giddy happiness. So you have to understand that the suffering is always going to remain. What are you willing to suffer for? Ask yourself this question. Am I willing to suffer for the promotion? Because there are jobs where, like for example, in the officer's level job of the bank exams, so you have to actually be rigorously working very, very hard to actually get promoted, right? So that kind of suffering is always going to be there. And if you are, for example, say a clerical, in a clerical post, so you have to actually suffer because of your salary, because you won't be having that high amount of salary. So you have to somehow be financially suffering, let's say. So these kinds of things, the pros and cons are always going to be there. So what is it that you actually want to suffer for? What is worth suffering? Ask yourself this question, because I feel people, they prepare for bank exams for 5 years, 6 years, and they are actually not really understanding what they are willing to suffer for. If you're not really understanding where you stand in this, that you have to understand what are the kinds of things for which I can suffer this pain today, so that maybe 5 years, 10 years down the line, I can be very, very happy. So ask yourself this question: what are you willing to suffer for? And when you get the answer, then you are going to get closer and closer to your why. Now, this fifth point might be a little bit difficult to understand if you are just an aspirant. So if you have not actually gotten a job, then it's very difficult to understand. But your why, it will actually evolve over the years. Because today you might feel, okay, let me get any job. So whatever job I get, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to get, I'll be earning money, and then I'll be happy. But that's not going to happen, because once you get the job, then your perspective changes. So your why, it actually evolves, because you'll see that some people, for them, the status, for them, the money, it's very, very important. For other people, family becomes very, very important. They want work-life balance. So those kinds of things become very, very important. So for me, what happened was, I felt that for me, freedom was very, very important. So it's not that I didn't want to really work hard, because working hard, wherever you are, if you want to succeed in life, you have to work hard, no matter where you are. And if you are self-employed, then you are going to work much, much harder. That I have to assure you. But what happens is, I really wanted that freedom in my life. So I felt that the status, the salary, and everything I could forego if I really had that freedom. So you might have a stage in your life where you feel like that, where you are not really satisfied with the money, the status, and whatever people are saying to you, the external things, but internally you want some things, some different kinds of freedom. Maybe you want to live life on your own terms. Maybe you want to be your own boss. So those kinds of things, sometimes they take hold. And if that becomes a priority, then your why actually evolves. So it's okay if your why is evolving. It just means that you are human. It just means that you are growing. So don't be very, very anxious or very angry on yourself if your why is not very very fixed. So it can actually evolve. Remember that thing, because many people, I feel that they forget it. And finally, as we come to the close of this video, let me tell you that one of the very important things that a friend of mine actually helped me understand is that the ultimate why. So what's the ultimate why? So he's actually a mentor of me, and he's a very experienced guy. So he told that the ultimate why, it is, why are you on this planet? Think about that. That's your ultimate why. Is there any other why that's more important than the reason why you're on this planet? So ultimately, your why is going to go towards that direction. You are actually going to find out what is your exact purpose on this earth. And very few of us will ever actually find out our purpose. But I feel that, helping people, and when I get the news of people getting selected, and when I help people in the interviews and they get selected, and these kinds of things, they actually give me some kind of satisfaction that money or status or freedom or whatever it is, it never gives me. So maybe that is the purpose that people talk about. So think about that. Maybe ultimately, when you push towards your purpose, you feel something inside you that is much, much bigger than just a simple basic why of why I want a bank exam. So with that, let me end this video. I hope that this is actually going to help you to design your own why in your life, and it's going to help you. So I hope that this video was beneficial to you and that you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please click on the like button and share it with your friends. If you want to see more of this kind of content, please click on the subscribe button, and do not forget to click the bell icon so that you, my friend, do not miss any future update. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.